Alrighty, let's get into this. Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love, to Astro Fenixx, flying into the moment yet again and radiating love as always. And welcome to the Shooting Star Daily for today, March 16th of 2020. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. How are you all doing today? Where is your mind? Where is your psyche? How are you dealing with all of these crazy energies? Probably going to be making a video shortly about this week and just the intensity of it. I don't know if it'll be like a weekly video or maybe it'll probably be like just like a channeling video where I just record my voice, because there's a lot of stuff going on this week. You know, we have Mercury direct that just entered back into Pisces. We have the sun going into Aries, starting off the new astrological year. We also have Saturn going into Aquarius at the end of this week. Oh boy, we haven't seen anything yet, guys. But what's going on with today? Well, we do have the moon at the edge of Sagittarius conjuncting the galactic center point, right? It will be shifting into Capricorn, and it's actually going to be creating a T-square with the nodes as well as Chiron. Now, why did I pause there? I think this is a time where more than ever, due to people shutting themselves in, quarantining themselves, now people are going to be forced to look in the mirror, because now they don't have a quote-unquote busy life to keep them from themselves. They don't have this life that they're living that keeps them from exploring who they really are and getting to know the people that are around them, the people that they share a house with. You know, people are finally going to like look at their kids and get to know who their kids are, their spouses, and more importantly, who they are. So I feel like during the course of the next few weeks, most of the cards that I'm going to be drawing for these oracle readings are going to be dealing with what are energies within you that you have to look at, overcome, explore, transmute, transform, embody, and actualize. Because this is really going to be a time during these where everyone's going to be pretty much isolated. We don't really know what's going to happen, right, with these energies. And particularly this square kicking off, it's going to be this T-square kicking off. You know, this is definitely going to be dealing, of course, you know, the moon in Capricorn doesn't really like to be there. So we're going to be trying to feel out what is the status of the world right now, especially with the South Node here. Now, the South Node is kind of where you want to avoid. It's kind of this area in the chart where we may actually have a tendency to react in a quote-unquote negative way or react in a more primal way. And then you get the square to Chiron, which is dealing with the wounding of one's character. And of course, like I said, the sun will be coming into Aries this week too. And then, of course, you got that North Node in Cancer, which is where everyone wants to head to. And interesting enough, Cancer does deal with the home, and people are at home right now. So now that people are at home, people are going to be more alone with their thoughts, their emotions, their energy. So it's going to be very important to understand and know one's energy. The dreams that you have over the course of the next couple of weeks are going to be very important. Listen, this is going to be a perfect time for shadow work as well. So we're going to be, of course, talking about these just these things over the next couple of weeks as the situation unfolds. But you can definitely see that we have not seen anything yet with all these energies that are happening, right? So the moon is getting, you know, it's about to go over all this Capricorn energy, which Capricorn energy is all kinds of fucked up right now. Just considering what's going on, you know, Saturn's about to leave the space. Mars and Jupiter are like pretty much right on top of each other. You got Pluto here as well, which is destroying things. It's kind of a crazy time right now. So how do we remain level-headed through all this stuff? What, especially for today, how can we remain level-headed through all this stuff? Well, let's see what the cards have to say. I'm using my Sacred Geometry Vibrations Oracle deck. Today, we actually have the card of communication, which is very, very funny that we get this card. And the card of communication reads, the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. We need to do some heart meditations. We need to do some meditations on the heart chakra, and we need to focus on these colors like green, rose gold, pinks. We need to focus on that sort of energy, because a lot of people right now are running communication through their head, in a sense, and then maybe being too logical about things, or they're running communication through their root chakra. So I would say predominantly we're running communication through our root chakra and our sacral chakra, where we're focused on survival. We're focused on, when it comes to these sort of times, people are more worried about themselves. There's not really this sense of community, which is in the word communication. It's community. This is definitely a time right now, especially if you find yourself being, distanced from community, to explore your own personal community within your body of cells, your body of energy, because you are the universe superimposed into this flesh suit. You are a star, you are a solar system, you are a universe unto yourself. So it's important to explore this community, and it's important to explore the community of those that live within your house, your dwelling, etc., so forth. Of course, now that we're all going to be kind of like, a lot of people are just going to be at home and stuff like that, we're going to be taking to the internet as far as communication. Make sure, of course, to contact your loved ones. Make sure to do all that sort of stuff. I think it's important during these times to kind of remain level-headed. And when we run communication through our heart, the way that we act and react is a lot different than when we run communication through our root chakra. When we're running it, and when I say root chakra, I mean like an unbalanced root chakra. When we're running that information through an unbalanced root chakra, we're going to be a lot more primal. We're going to be a lot more animalistic. We're going to be a lot more reactive, in a sense, to where we're not really thinking level-headed. We're not really coming from the heart space. We're not coming from a place of compassion and love and trust. We're coming from a place of fear. We're coming from a place of not trusting other people or even ourselves. That's really what that comes down to. So make sure on this day that the communication that you have predominantly with yourself is clear, is loving, is compassionate, and is honest, because we're going into a time right now where the mirror is being put. Actually, I wouldn't even say it's really right here. It's like we're getting a clearer view of it. It's like, sometimes the closer things are, the harder it is to see. Now that we're taking this mask off, in a sense, we're going to be able to see how we've been acting, how we've been reacting, and now we're going to be adjusting. It's like, oh, what do I do now? Now I kind of see things for what it is. Where do we go from here? Communication is key right now. Communication is key. And we can see that a lot of communication is breaking down in the world in many different forms. But if you run the communication through your heart centered, and you express it via love, compassion, trust, honesty, authenticity, you're going to find yourself in a better position once all this shit's over. This is a time where we want to help each other, not put each other down. That is it for your reading today. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Certainly helps me out. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to astrofenixx.com. And as always, my beautiful brothers and sisters, always remember to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.